Kejriwal has been granted bail on furnishing bail bonds of worth 15,000 rupees is what we're learning. Remember, Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal had appeared before the Rouse Avenue Court on ED complaints alleging non-compliance of summons issued to him by the ED. Now, he's been granted bail in this particular case. I have my colleague Ishika joining us with more details. Ishika, take us through what the court said. At this point, we're learning that Kejriwal has been granted bail in the case where the ED had demanded persecution because he was not complying with summons. All right, we'll try and get my colleague back on the broadcast. But remember, this course comes just after Delhi court on Friday had in fact rejected Arvind Kejriwal's plea to stay the summons on complaints that have been filed by the ED and asked the Delhi Chief Minister to appear before it on Saturday. Remember earlier as well, Kejriwal had to appear before the Rouse Avenue Court, but because of the Delhi budget that was taking place at that moment, he appeared through video conferencing and had then requested that the hearing be set on a later date. Today, of course, Kejriwal had appeared before the court physically, and he's been granted bail on furnishing a bail bond of 15,000 rupees. Now, remember, Kejriwal had challenged the summons which were issued by the magistrate court after taking cognizance of two complaints filed by the ED for avoidance of summons that were issued to him. Remember, Kejriwal had skipped around 8 summons that were issued by the Enforcement Directorate in the liquor policy case. The Delhi CM had also moved to the Sessions Court against the order passed by the Additional Chief Metropolitan Magistrate, asking him to appear before her on today as well. Now, the ED had filed 2 complaints before the magisterial court asking Kejriwal's prosecution for skipping multiple summons issued to him in this case. I have my colleague Aishwarya joining us with more details. Aishwarya, take us through more details coming in. We're learning that Kejriwal has been granted bail in the case where ED had said that Kejriwal was not complying with the summons.
Well, for the benefit of viewers, there is a slight relief for Arvind Kejriwal because he has been granted bail for not appearing in front of the court, and this is 15,000 rupees of bond with 1 lakh rupees of guarantee. But this doesn't mean that he will not receive summons from ED. This is not in relation with the PMLA case in regards to the Delhi excise policy. This is just for non-appearance in front of the court. The court has granted bail for that. Now, it would be Enforcement Directorate who can again reach out to the court and can send fresh summons to Arvind Kejriwal in the Delhi liquor case as far as the investigation is concerned, because he had ignored earlier 8 summons in the Delhi liquor policy case. We've been told that Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal appeared physically, and then after getting a bail, he left from the Rouse Avenue Court. Remember, it was 2 earlier summons from the court that was sent to him, to which he stated that because of his official duties as Chief Minister and because of ongoing budget session, he was too busy and he could not reach out physically to the court. But today he appeared. He gets bail in both the complaints earlier filed by the ED for violating IPC section 174, and this is not in relation with the excise policy case. So a slight relief for him for not appearing and getting bail, but certainly the Enforcement Directorate on their part can again summon him and can reach out to the court that he should be available for further questioning in the case, as he is one of he's not directly an accused, but as a witness in this particular case, as ED was continuously summoning him, they can again reach out and can ask him to appear before the Enforcement Directorate.
Right, Aishwarya, now earlier in fact the ED had filed a case, like you said, saying that Kejriwal had skipped summons that were issued by the agency, and that as a public servant he is bound by the law to appear before the agency as and when summoned. What exactly was the justification that was given from the defence side?
Well, there were 8 summons, and in batches of 3 and 4, the enforcement directorate reached to the court. Earlier as well, in the first hearing, it was Sessions Court who had summoned Kejriwal on March 16. Second time after 8th summon, he declined not to appear before the enforcement directorate. Again, the enforcement directorate reached the Sessions Court. In both the cases, it was March 16th, today's date, which was given by the Sessions Court, in which again and again Arvind Kejriwal stated that because of his busy schedule of election rallies and because his official duties as the chief minister and the budget session that was going in Delhi Assembly, he could not reach, and he urged to appear virtually as well, to which the session court declined and stated that it should be Arvind Kejriwal who should be appearing physically in front of the court, to which today he obeyed the orders and he went physically to Rouse Avenue Court. He had granted a bail today with 15,000 rupees of bond, but on the other side, enforcement directorate, once again the sources in the ED clearly stating that fresh summons can be given, and ED can again reach out to the session court asking Arvind Kejriwal to appear before the ED so that questioning can take place as far as Delhi excise policy is concerned. On one side it is Arvind Kejriwal, on the other it is K. Kavita, who yesterday was arrested and she has been kept at the ED headquarters. From here on, K. Kavita can be very soon be taken to the Rouse Avenue Court as well, because this was in connection with the South Group lobby that was initiated. So, on one side, K. Kavita soon to be appear in Rouse Avenue Court. On the other, it is Arvind Kejriwal who had been given bail and a slight relief for Arvind Kejriwal.